I just wanted to do a video to kind of give everybody insight of uh, what we've been doing with my care. I no longer have a nurse because my PICC line was removed on Saturday. What happened was I went to the doctor's office on Saturday and ended up having my nurse called, and she removed my dressing and she noticed that my line was coiled, so it was no longer a PICC line, it was more like a midline. That's what it looks like. It's a little crummy looking still. I've been taking care of it, but I'm not sure what's happening. We're actually observing it to make sure that there's no clot that's about to form, because that can happen. Because we removed it earlier, instead of 24 hours, we removed it. I removed the gauze 12 hours, and so we got that out of the way. I'm going to be calling my doctor tomorrow morning to get my Holter monitor results and ask him about my echo ultrasound, and ask him to send everything that we've done to the cardiologist so I can go to the cardiologist Thursday. For those of you who don't know what's been happening, I'm going to do a brief thing. I battle late stage chronic Lyme disease. In May of this year, I traveled with Raina and Brenda to Missouri and saw a borreliosis doctor. Borreliosis is the scientific name for Lyme. He will not call himself a Lyme specialist because there's so much, happening with the Lyme treatment, and just the Lyme in specific, well, in particular, in ways, I'm not sure. I am going back to him in December, if not sooner. I'm not sure. So I was told 2 weeks ago that by the doctor in Missouri that I have cardiac borreliosis. So that means that the Lyme disease has entered inside my heart, which is why I've been having severe chest pain and irregular heartbeats and so much more. The thing is that I also battle Babesia, Bartonella, and those can also cause so many different issues with your body. I am waiting basically to figure out if I will be able to return to IV treatment, but I won't find out until after my cardiologist appointment. That's on Thursday. I'm not even sure if I get the approval what we'll be able to do, because the insurance companies only allow you to have 30 days worth of treatment, which isn't enough at all. I haven't had any change really, other than there's times where I can actually conversate with people, but there's times where I can't, or the words just don't come out of my mouth, or I can't really think or write down the stuff that is inside my brain, because Lyme disease basically destroys everything inside your body. I haven't been walking far at all, actually. The last time I went to the park was when Raina was in the hospital, so that was sometime last week. It's kind of different not being able to walk really far like you used to. It's kind of life-changing. You never know what's going to happen to you. I'm trying hard to not think about the what-ifs, but it's hard not to, because of battling a chronic disease that doctors in particular don't really want to treat, because of either losing their license or they really don't know much about the disease itself. It's so complicated, and I'm not the only one that has issues with it. The sad thing is that there's over 1 million people this year alone who will be diagnosed with Lyme disease. Lyme disease is so tough in general. It's tough on not just yourself who battles it, but the people who are around you. There's times where you just don't really know what to expect or how to push through, but there's just that voice that's inside your head that tells you to just keep going. A lot of people don't realize that people with Lyme disease also suffer chronic depression. The reasoning is because we're in pain 24/7. Nothing takes the pain away. We have insomnia, so it's hard to sleep. We battle sickness. We just lose a lot of people because it's so hard to understand what we go through. And we also have to be our own advocates and battle doctors, and it's pretty difficult at times because you feel like you have no voice because people drown it out, but in the end it's going to be okay. I know that there's days where I feel like it's not going to be, but then I end up just trying to figure out something else to put my mind on, and that's why I'm trying to help everybody learn about Lyme disease. I'm trying to help educate people because anybody can get it. In my case, I was diagnosed of March 4th last year, and this year in May, I ended up finding out that there was a big possibility that I was actually born with this disease, and it is a possibility that I'm not the only one that has this in my family. In the meantime, all I'm able to do is just keep trying to do what I can, live life, and try to talk to people, which is hard, about how I feel, and just keep fighting. Maybe one day there'll be a cure. Maybe one day people will understand this more. In the meantime, I'm going to wait for my cardiologist appointment and hopefully get told whether or not what we're going to be able to do. And I guess that's it. Stay tuned. I'll be doing another video with Marina tomorrow. See ya.